what are some of your favorite books for readers to beat anxiety during the pandemic? Well, you've got 4 here in a box, so perhaps that.
Throw in Rebel Sultans instantly. What would I recommend to? What have I? I mean, okay, we'll do some all-time favorite books. All-time favorite novel, among the great classics, War and Peace, Tolstoy. A boring answer because everyone says it who's ever read it, but it is the greatest novel ever written, and anyone that loves history particularly must read that book. And the pandemic is the great opportunity to tackle a 1,000-page Russian novel. Short, funny, sort of contemporary novels. I love Truman Capote. If you want to relieve some anxiety in lockdown, pull out Breakfast at Tiffany's or Music for Chameleons or even Answered Prayers. They're very naughty, witty, funny. So a great living novelist. My favorite is Cormac McCarthy. Again, I wouldn't necessarily do it for beating anxiety because The Road is one of the most harrowing books ever written. But Blood Meridian, I think, is probably my favorite modern novel. Spectacular writer. Non-fiction, if you like the kind of thing I do, you should read the guy who, in a sense, has been my mentor and tutor in writing narrative history, who was the great historian of the Crusades, Sir Stephen Runciman. 3 volumes, but particularly the First Crusade, the first of his 3 books, is now very old-fashioned and written in the 50s and 60s, but still a magnificent work of narrative history, and the way anything that I've learned about sketching characters and how to paint a novelistic picture of a person in a history book, but using facts and using primary sources and making nothing up, I've learned from Runciman. Favorite Indian non-fiction for my generation, I'd say Ketu Mehta's Maximum City probably still sits there as a great book. Favorite writers today, people still, I love Janice Parrott's work. I love Amitav Ghosh's Glass Palace, I think is one of the great books of our time. And for younger historians, a certain Manu S. Pillai I'd recommend, Ira Mukoti, working interestingly on the French in India at the moment, and going to produce a very interesting book of exactly this missing area that Manu was talking about earlier.